What if I tell you this is the right time to invest if you are an investor, and this is the right time to start trading if you are out of the market for the last 1 week or 2 weeks or 10 days because of high volatility and because of this Russia-Ukraine war? Now, there are some proxies which show indication or which is showing that markets may not fall. It doesn't mean markets are going to go up, or it doesn't mean that the markets are going to rally, but there is not going to be any significant big fall or crash in the market. Markets may consolidate, markets may correct, but there is not going to be any crash in the market. Now, if you see, there are various metrics or various proxies which can be used to see what is going to happen in the market. Now, if you see the 10-year bond yield for the last 2 or 3 weeks, bond yield was kind of high, like uh, bond yield was very high. So what does that mean is, if you, I'm sure if you know what is US 10-year bond yield, so it is a bond issued by US federal government. So whenever the yield is high, whenever the interest rates are high, means there is no much demand for the bond, and the US federal government is ready to give high interest rate. Now we saw yesterday or day before yesterday, last two trading sessions, if you see here, the yield was decreasing, which means there was high demand for this bond, and interest rates were coming down. Now today and yesterday and today, I think again it is going to the previous level of around 1.86 or even 1.90 or even 2. So that is one of the signs that says that markets, you have to get me correct. You see, I'm not telling you markets are going to go rally or markets are going to reverse and hit 18,600. I think that's the top, I think, yeah, 18,600. But I'm saying you markets are not going to crash as what everyone is expecting. So the smart money always comes when the markets are in panic. So that's what I am trying to say, right? So you can start, maybe you can start, and obviously it is up to you. It is your money. You have to think when you have to start trading or when you have to start investing. But if you ask me, this is the right time to start trading because market may not crash. Yeah, so market may be range bound or market may be going into correction, but there is less chances of market crashing. And this Russia Ukraine thing is a hype given by the social media. Every day, now and then, uh, they are updating about Russia-Ukraine issue. It is a problem. I'm not denying that, but it's not as big as what they tell us. That's what I think. Even this Corona issue, even when lakhs and lakhs of people died, markets were going on the upside. We saw coronavirus. Of course, market corrected sharply. It came from 14,000. 500, it came all the way down to 7,500, but we recovered very smartly, right? So that was a different scenario. Now, is this above coronavirus? No, it is not, right? Now, maybe down the line, 1 week or 10 days, this story is going to be forgotten and nobody is going to talk about this. You see, in maybe next 10 or 15 days, this story is going to be history. This Russia-Ukraine thing is going to be history. So VIX is, and one more thing, if you ask me, what happened interesting today was, in spite of gap down and in spite of market coming down drastically, I think, yeah, I think if you see the Nifty chart, you will understand. You will understand. Now, in spite of market gapping down, today was a major gap down, right? So today was a major gap down around how much? Yeah, around 150 points gap down. Then the low today was around 16,100. It rallied back then it came down and it settled somewhere around 16,250. Now, in spite of all this volatility, if you see India VIX was today, yeah, was down by 0.20. So that's also a good sign. It is not going above 30. So, which may be a sign of market not crashing. Again, I am repeating, market may not reverse and market may not go to previous levels, but there might be correction, there might be consolidation, but markets are not going to crash. So that's what I see. And if you see the VIX is almost around 27.96. That's a good thing to have trade. You can take a trade now, and maybe in 1 or 2 days, if there is any good news, maybe we will make good amount of money. Of course, there's a disclaimer, you will have to do it at your own risk and responsibility, right? And looking at the open interest, and open interest is also a good thing. What I saw is that there are around a good amount of straddles at 16,300. People are writing 16,300 straddles, because 16,300 straddle, if you construct a 16,300 straddle, maybe your upper break even point is around how much? 17,000, and lower break even point may be around 15,800. So that's why people might have written 16,800 straddle. Let us check it for you. Yeah, perfect. 250 points, 200, 238 and 200, 16,300, around, let's say tentatively 250 points. So you are protected 500 points, 16,800 on the upside, and on the downside around 15,700, right? Yeah, 15,700. So that is a good range, and that is why many smart money, or many people are writing 16,300 straddle. So if you see this itself, you can understand there is straddles being written in 16,300. And I think 16,000 is going to be historical option. Chain says that 16,000 is going to be a good support. Let's hope that's what many people believe. That's what market participants believe, that 16,000 is going to be a good support. That's why they have written puts in the right, and I hope it is true. That's what we can say. And many people nowadays say this open interest is one hopeless indicator or something, but it's okay. Now I see something happening in the open interest, and Bank Nifty also. There was good amount of put rating in 34,000. Now 34,500 is going to people are writing straddles at 34,500. So that's what I say. Looking at all these things, there might be no crashes, but markets may continue to correct sharply, or there will be correction. So that's what I think. Maybe it's up to you. You have to decide what has to be done. So this is the correct time going forward. Maybe 1 day or 2 days, or even 1 week. I wouldn't say 1 day or 2 day, maybe 1 week, 10 days down the line, this incident is going to be history. And there will be some other news all these days. Coronavirus, all type of variant was the headline in media, and now nobody is talking about coronavirus. Have you seen any media talking about the coronavirus for the last 10 days? They are just only talking about, you see, whether it is in Twitter, or whether it is in any, you open YouTube, you open Twitter, you open Instagram, everybody is talking about Russia-Ukraine issue only, but nobody has talked about, or the importance is less for coronavirus and Omicron or Delta variant. And in fact, more people have died in coronavirus than Russia-Ukraine issue. So this is that's what the media is escalating or blowing it out of proportion. So this is the right time to start trading. And going forward, as I talk to you, Let us see this thing also. Now, as I talk to you, US futures are down by 350 points. That's because there is panic among investors, and let us see how things pan out. Even though we talk many things now, we really don't know what is going to happen once the US markets are opening. Let's hope for the best. If futures are down by 1.04%, I don't know how much. When US markets are opening, I don't know how much this market is going to go down. So yesterday Dow was flat, it was down by 90 or 95 and 100 points, but now futures are down by 350 points. And what is my thinking is that even if it gaps down, maybe there will be some recovery, and like what is happening in India, and whenever there is a gap down, market used to go up, and whenever there is a gap up, market used to come down. So that's what is happening for the last 10 days, right? And even FTSE is down by more than 3.5%. German index is DAX is down by around 3.5%. So Europe is kind of very low. That is because this nuclear power plant which Russia captured is one of the biggest nuclear power plant in Europe. So there is a reason for European markets to be really in the red. And one more question which is running in my head is that if this was an issue of India Pakistan, would the world react like this? Only our markets would be down, no other markets would be in the red, right? But see what is happening, because Dow, these US markets are down, we have to be down as well. That is the hard reality of Indian markets, right? So we forget our problems and we go behind others' problems. So that's what I think. So hopefully, let us see what happens over the weekend. Let's hope for the best. And there is a important announcement tomorrow. So we are going to release a dedicated app for this channel, optionsins.com. So sign in tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.